So for you knowing you, that means that you are not doing a good job with being you right now or allowing her to get it all out.
All right, I'll keep this short and sweet as possible. Wife had a mother-daughter date on Saturday, and basically mother reported back to me saying that I'm doing very good at man at home, doing very good at man with kids. No complaints there. The only complaint she has is emotional connection. I just have to establish that emotional connection, and I think it would be golden. That's the only thing she's looking for from me.
Okay.
And I haven't yet been able to do that.
Okay, so this is a reoccurring issue with you. It's essentially using your stat responses, letting her feel, right? So that's part one. So let me ask you, how did it go when she told you that? What did you do? What did you say? What was your stat response?
To her mom?
Yep.
I told her mom, I said, yeah, I totally agree with that I haven't been stepping up in the program, and I need to push harder and get out of my comfort zone and just push harder to try to establish that emotional connection. Her exact words to my mother-in-law was, the door is open, she's waiting for me to walk in. She's not going to pull me through her door.
So this is an example of the details that don't matter. We know that the door's been open, especially here. That door's been open for over a fucking year, man. Okay? And so that's why I said part one. So you actually forgot something. You need to say gratitude. Hey, thanks for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. You're absolutely right. Okay, good. And then that wasn't a stat response. Okay? So you really, in that case, you don't have a ton there except for validating with her, you know? But I would have personally added like a smile. I've been like, I'm going to emotional connect the crap out of her later today. You know, something like that. And then thanks for the reminder, Mom. Boom, move on. Okay? And we say mom because it's what? It's structure for the future. Okay? Then with your wife, you need to get after it. That's part two. Use man at play. If you don't have your lover going right now, she's not feeling seen and heard, which is it means that even if you stat respond the crap out of it, then you're not actually going to build the connection. You're just going to get through the issues. Okay? So all of you guys that are newer, in Man with Impact, we have stat response. Stat response is how we provide structure for the future and letting her feel. That's establishing the emotional connection by removing the wall, because the safer she feels, the more she'll share. Okay? But when you get to man at play, we have the lover, the player, and the magnet. And the lover should be able to create an environment where she feels connected. Let me give you an example. Ask her a question about something she talked about a week ago. Okay? Kathryn is having an issue with one of her team members. And so I checked in with Kathryn 2 days in a row about that because Kathryn was in tears after I got back from Africa. Okay? So that means Kathryn got to feel, she got to bawl, she got a nice hug where I did not grab her ass, right? I was her lover. Okay? And then I showed up with a little bit of a solution or a suggestion for a solution as my stat response. And I'm going to deal with it for her as her partner, as her man, a player. Okay? So that's what I want you guys to establish. You lose the wall, you start the connection. Then you build on the connection as a lover. Cool?
And she won't lose the wall until she can express how she feels safely.
No, nobody can, not even you. So don't put it on her for a second. If you feel like you're walking on eggshells, walking through the door, Lords, you're not going to be emotionally connected. Why? Because you're running off insecurity instead of being fun, confident, exciting, and awesome. Right?
Okay.
So don't worry about her per se. Your job is to be unapologetically you. You allow her to be unapologetically her. That's because you're authentically yourself and providing direction for where you want to go. Let me give you one more example, Lords. If you're going for a date and we worry about that awkward silence when you're driving in the car, for example. There's nothing awkward about it. I can't remember the word I used on a podcast recently. Maybe one of you guys heard it and can remind me, but Kathryn loved it. It was like comfort silence or something like that is what I said. Because there's nothing wrong with it. You know, come back from Africa, Kathryn and I talked the whole time. It didn't mean that we didn't have to catch up on things, but sometimes we were still just comfortable in silence. We went for a bunch of wineries and sometimes we just looked at each other and smiled. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're happy, that's emotional connection. We're sharing the emotion just with our eyes, with our smiles. Okay? Make sense? So for you knowing you, that means that you are not doing a good job with being you right now or allowing her to get it all out.
Okay.
Okay? Cool?
Yep. You put it in perspective. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.